Welcome y'all to the honeymoon inn, or what will be the honeymoon inn, because right now it is an empty warehouse and under construction. So we're gonna take you through here. Come on in. Let's close this. You know, get rid of that audio. You may or may not know, sold Honeymoon Hideout, and we're now, transitioning into this warehouse and turning it into what is now going to be the Honeymoon Inn, which will be a lot of the rooms from what was my house that I just sold, Honeymoon Hideout, and we're kind of doing a merger of like a lot of the, we'll walk you through it, but the Honeymoon Hideout rooms with a bunch of new, really cool stuff. So let's just have Tom walk us in. Let's lead us. What, you have anything to say? Let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Come on this way. Come on this way.
So on the left-hand side of this space, there's going to be a lot of sets, if you're familiar with the Honeymoon Hideout, that are totally different. We've kind of brought in a couple similar rooms, but you're probably wondering, well, why'd you change the name to Inn? And we're basically building a motel facade, which we'll get to. So some of these rooms we're going to show you are actually very motel, Route 66, kind of off the highway, like from a motel room, a motel desk. So, basically starting here, the first room actually is from the existing hideout. One of the most used rooms in that old space was the den. It's gonna have a couch. Oh, it is this couch.
Yeah, it's like the couch, there's like a TV, old Atari. It feels like a basement, underground, that 70s show hangout area. So that's the that was from the Honeymoon Hideout, so that's a room that's carrying over. But one thing to note, all the way around the whole building, there's what's like this basically hallway. It's a fire lane, 4 feet wide. It goes around the whole property so that you could, on this area right here, window, take a light, put a light through the window. You can light overhang from the outside. You can shoot through the windows. There's just a lot of ways, rather than buttoning up the sets all the way to the wall to where you just lose a lot of creative license to shoot a project. So this allows you to light a project from the outside, from over the top, camera over the top, through the windows, all that good stuff. So that is what you see there. We kind of mapped everything out with tape. We mapped everything out with tape. This is like the blueprint, the floor plan, and we spent like the last day or two just really kind of like dialing everything in. So that's like all the tape on the ground. It's kind of like a blueprint for him to like build everything. But beyond the den, this is what one of the crown jewel rooms will be. This will be the motel room. Tom, if you want to show them like where you can enter. So that's gonna be the door to the motel room, window, the bed and everything will come here. So you can enter from there. Shoot here, there's the bed. Oh, he needs to go to the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? Continue on, carry on over here, come through the archway door. This is where we'll have the motel bathroom. There will be, sink, toilet, bathtub. Again, same thing, window there. You can pump in light from the window or up above. And again, one thing that I think we're doing that's pretty special, I'll let Tom explain it right here.
So sometimes what's tricky, and I've shot in a handful of these very similar sets, no shade, but 4 Aces, Pink Motel, and you can tell they were built, but it's tricky as a filmmaker when you have your Steadicam, your tripod, your sky panel, the space infinitely becomes smaller. And one thing that we designed is there's going to be little areas. Imagine a room with a picture frame, in this instance a pill cabinet, where you can actually remove it from the wall, and it's going to reveal a hole where you can actually put the camera from the other side. So for instance, given that this room's a little on the tighter side, you might have a scene in here, someone opens it, but if you want to get that classic shot of someone brushing their teeth or popping a pill in front of the camera, you could just go put the camera in the next room. There's going to be a hole, so if this is Jake handheld, I could open the pill cabinet and he could be shooting through. So a lot of our rooms are designed with these little hidden rat holes where you can take a frame off the window and it actually opens up the set.
Like same thing over here, we'll put a piece of art on the wall, and then if you were to take that art off the wall, you'll see a hole in the wall so that you can shoot through into this motel room to get, like, obviously there's gonna be like a desk here and a TV and in this room, there's no way to get a camera in that spot. So by designing those little holes where you could, put a Steadicam through, handheld, or a tripod, and all of a sudden you can get a wide from like the wall and see all that stuff in the foreground, that's like something I think that we're doing that's gonna be like a really, really cool feature. So from there, we come into here. This is the vintage honeymoon bedroom, or not vintage honeymoon bedroom, but the vintage bedroom from what was the Honeymoon Hideout. So this would be just like the classic 60s, 70s bedroom, bed, end tabled lamp, chair. just the bedroom carried over from my house. Tom, take this one away.
Yeah, this one I'm actually really excited about. As we're about to get to, we are building a motel facade, you know, your classic Route 66, glowing little motel or in neon sign above. So knowing that, you know, your classic scene from any movie where someone pulls in front of a motel, the first thing to do is check into a room. So we basically built a set where you've got your classic kind of elevated desk, which we've kind of mapped out here. Here would be your like motel clerk, you know, so you have someone come in. And yeah, I mean, this is a classic scene where it's like, hey, I need to stay at a room for a night. We're gonna kind of build an old school, like a bunch of classic keys that are almost in like a mailbox type slot where it'll say room 102, 103. And like, you know, you can shoot whole scenes with all the details, you know, pulling a key off, being able to give it to them. There's gonna be like maps and tchotchkes. There's gonna probably be like a giant, you know, Route 66 map, a old vintage cigarette machine, brochures for local restaurants. Like this whole room will be fully shootable in every corner.
Same thing, door coming out, boom. So carrying on over here, it's kind of hard to see right now, so we'll just have to explain it a little bit. You can't see the mappings of the ground, and there's all the furniture and stuff's back there, but this is gonna be the motel facade. So it'll look like a motel. Official, we'll have, you know, the rooms, the doors, the walkway. The walkway will turn and carry over with the motel. We'll have, you know, the office sign. So for example, if someone's walking down that walkway, they walk into the office door, that's when you would cut to inside this room in the office. Same thing with one of the rooms. One of the room doors, the character opens the door, boom, you cut to inside one of those rooms. So over here, same thing, it'll carry around. We have this, we'll have a vending machine, payphone, you know, probably some light sconces coming off the exterior of the wall. We'll put some gravel down and just make it like a whole vibe where it's like a fully, you know, functioning like motel set. And so that's gonna be really cool.
So yeah, this other half of the room is more if you've actually shot at the Hideout, have seen photos. You know, we didn't want to just completely abandon that, the nature of why a lot of people like that space. So we're basically, from a pretty technical standpoint, recreating the rooms almost verbatim from the furniture, pretty much down to the sizes more or less. So if you're familiar, I'm sure in the edit you'll tease what it used to look like, but it's this round custom-made honeymoon bed, which is, we call it the honeymoon room, right? Yeah. And that will live probably either centered up or adjacent to one of these windows or walls. But that whole, this whole room will be basically a vintage, like, yeah,
gold honeymoon room, gold circle bed, gold tchotchkes, gold floral wallpaper, all that stuff. So cool. Then over this way, this will be the carried on living room kitchen set from Honeymoon Hideout now. Pretty much the exact layout. So this will be the living room, the couch, record player, fireplace, everything kind of how it exists now. Same thing, you walk this way, bar in the corner, archway that leads into the kitchen, just like the house. Then you come into the kitchen, same essential design, just widened a little bit, less skinny, just widen it out. Refrigerator, kitchen cabinets, table, chair, window. And again, like with the window being here, boom, you take an M18, you fly it through the window, and it just feels like a lot of bright sunlight, early mornings coming through. And so again, the way we have it set up, you're gonna be able to light it exactly how you wanna light it from anywhere, shoot it, same thing. So as you can see, carrying over what made Honeymoon great, adding a whole new element to it, and just taking it to that, really that next level. So we're super excited about it. Oh, forgot this spot. Tom.
So yeah,
Tom will take this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is, what's kind of fun about building a location like this is you want to pull references, and just to kind of get your head in the same space. By no means is it like, let's verbatim rip this color swatch or this. It's really just to kind of help us, you know, wrap our brain around, this is a cool idea. And an image that floated around was this idea of doing like a karaoke style stage where this is going to be slightly elevated, maybe a foot or so off the ground. You'll have your microphone, you'll have your like David Lynch blue velvet style curtains in the back, you know, and you can we have this little structure here where you can easily put a little, you know, Parcan or Lico backlight, and not only that you shoot like a really cool like karaoke style performance, but we're gonna get like little desks with candles where if you wanted to flip the world and look this way towards people, you could turn this into like a little speakeasy kind of lounge. But for the most part, if you're not using this, we wanted to leave this open, so the first moment you get in here, You know, I'm a filmmaker. I know the footprint filmmaking can take from the taco cart, the 4x4, where are you putting the camera cart, where's hair and makeup. So opposed to letting all that foot traffic, you know, kind of spill over into the rooms, you know, basically we're gonna kind of build this to be an open space where all creative departments can get set up. That way it leaves all the rest of the space for purely shooting and not having to juggle putting hair and makeup in the kitchen or whatever, you know what I mean?
So again, I mean, if you guys have been following the channel, you kind of know why like sold Honeymoon Hideout, but we're super excited for this because it's taking what was great about Honeymoon Hideout and why people love to shoot there, and just improving on it, allowing more things to happen, longer hours for bookings, you know, just the more creative licenses to shoot, angles, lighting, all that stuff, in a space that also then offers more as well from all the other sets and just, you know, amenities. So super excited about it. As you can see, just in the very beginning stages of getting it set up, and we'll keep you up to date as we come along. But honeymoonin.la, go follow us on Instagram, and hopefully we'll see you here when it's all done.
Which one of y'all are gonna be the first ones to book it?
Who's gonna be first? Who's gonna be first?